Hey, what's up? This is Mad Scientist on the all new Power 97.5 LA. Today we are just talking music, where we bring you the most vital information about music production, promotion, and distribution every week right here. Where? Yes, on iHeartRadio. All right. One of the challenges of being live as we are is that things happen. So, for those who have me on YouTube or Facebook and also Twitch, no, you are not going crazy. This is called a restart. For those who are listening to me on the radio, you probably don't know what happened because this is pre-recorded. It's live streamed, but by the time it hits the radio, it is pre-recorded. Okay. If you want to see the stream live, or if you want to comment, or if you want to be a part of the chat, then I would recommend that you do follow me on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. I am Mad Scientist with two D's, MADD Scientist. And you could find me at the Mad Science. That's at DAMADD Science. Okay. All right. So today we are talking about advertising, the old boogeyman word, advertising. Most artists, most musicians don't enter into this field thinking that, hey, I'm going to have to advertise. We have the mindset that pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to make some really great music, and somehow this really great music is going to reach the masses of the people, and the masses of the people will enjoy the music. They will love our music so much. And then word of mouth will carry it around, and those who know will know. But then eventually, at some point in time, the word will get out. And this is a fantasy that I would say most, I want to say 90, and that's not fact. That's just my guesstimation. 90%, I might even say 98%. I mean, and depending on how old you are, like if you start doing music in high school, I would say 100% of us think that, you know, just being talented, just being passionate is enough to carry us into a profitable music career. That's what we're hoping. I mean, I started in high school, and I certainly was not thinking about the business. I was just thinking, like, I just have to make a beat that is good enough for people to want to rap on. And as long as they want to rap on it, then I'm fine with that. And then once you get to college, you start realizing, oh, wait, there is some kind of business to this that I've got to learn, but still you push it to the side because you just figure the record labels will take care of that, right? Well, there's a couple things that we're going to be discussing today before we get into the actual process of setting up some ads. Okay. Sit down, relax. This is going to be a long one. For those who are on the radio, you will, as always, I will be able to describe what I'm doing. So you don't have to worry about the fact that you can't see me at the time, because I will describe. The ones who see me on stream, who are watching me on stream, just remember the reason why I'm describing what you're seeing is because this will be on the radio. Now, before I move on, I have to remind everyone, I am on the Midday Madness show every day, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So if you have the iHeartRadio app and you want to hear a really great show, I feature music, I feature hot topics, I feature news, reviews of music. So it's a full show. Okay, it's not just music going back to back to back. It's a full show. Plus, I want to say I am entertaining. Okay, you may not feel that way when I'm doing these Saturday just talking music, but um, I am kind of funny. I'm hilarious, actually. All right, so now let's get into it. Um, the music industry is changing. This is just a fact. In fact, the CEO, and let me look that up. We are streaming, so I'm allowed to like look stuff up because I want to be factual. I don't have. This is not a highly produced, documentary, so I don't have to have all the informations. But Sony Music CEO. Okay, name is Rob Stringer. Okay, just want to make sure I have the name correct. So uh, he was on Bloomberg. Uh, um, what do they call these? Uh, let me make sure I get it right. Um, he was, what's the name of the? I want to get the name correct because I know the name of the I know the name of the host is Bloomberg, right? But they had a conference, and I want to get the name of the conference. Um, and doesn't say the name of the conference. Okay, so we're just going to call it the Bloomberg conference because I don't want to take too much time. So Bloomberg hosted a conference where they were talking to different platforms. Okay, and when I say platforms, it could be, in the case of Rob Stringer, it was the music distribution, Sony as a music distributor. Okay, they also talked to other platforms about just, you know, moving forward, how business is going to be operating. And specifically, Rob Stringer was talking about the state of the music industry. Okay. And so he was talking about the music industry broadly. But what I was very interested in is his thoughts on hip hop genre within the music industry. And it is his opinion that the hip hop genre is going to have to go back underground. Now, some of you guys may hear that and say, well, what does he mean? Like underground hip hop? Like, are we going to have to go back to boom back hip hop just to be successful? Um, then some of you guys may feel like, well, what does underground mean? Does it mean like we're being kicked out of the big party and we have to like go make money elsewhere? Essentially, what's happening in the music industry is that the business model is changing. Okay. Now, many of you know I'm also a real estate agent. So in real estate, we're kind of used to every 10 years things changing in the real estate industry. And we don't expect that when things are going well for us financially, that it's going to stay the same. In fact, in real estate, we always say when the money is good, you save so that when the market changes and there's challenges, you'll be able to survive. That's the only way you survive. Okay. I know that, the funny thing is real estate agents have the same bad habit of trying to show that we are somehow really superly, uberly, overly successful, right? Big cars, big houses. Oh, I'm a real estate agent. I make all kind of money, right? We have that same problem that many hip hop artists have, where our value comes from how much money we're making or how much money we're generating. Okay. If people think that we are making a lot of money, oh, you must be really, really good. Okay. But the fact of the matter is, most real estate agents are very conservative. Okay. We don't just go out there wilding and spending. Okay. We don't just buy the big cars unless there's some kind of financial advantage to it. But if you talk to the most real estate agents, They have the smaller cars. Okay. What we show you in our slick advertising is not reality. Now, some people in hip hop may say, well, it's the same thing in hip hop, right? But the point I'm trying to make, getting back to the point, is that in real estate, we understand that the business model changes every 10 years. We know that to be true. Okay. I feel that many artists, hip hop artists, R&B artists, um, even pop artists, fail to recognize the fact that there's going to be changes in the industry, and the changes could come in the way that the music is distributed, the way the music is produced, and we've embraced those changes. A lot of us, a lot of us like TuneCore. A lot of us like getting on these independent platforms and saying, okay, I can distribute the music myself. I don't have to go to a gatekeeper. Many producers and DJs, including myself, we love the new production innovations that have come out. We love it. We embrace it. In fact, many of us spend most of our money not on cars, but on different plugins. Okay, because we want the newest, greatest plugin. Okay, now we're finding that there's going to be changes into how the music is monetized. Okay, again. Okay, for those who are over the age of 30, you remember we had CDs. So, music was monetized through CDs, and everybody was fine with that because, CDs. Well, everyone in the business side was fine with it because they could sell a CD for $20 or more. Okay, and essentially that CD contained a certain number of music tracks. Okay, and so it was great. Before CDs, there was vinyl. Before, cassettes. Before vinyl cassettes, there were 8 tracks. Okay. Before 8 tracks, there were smaller vinyl. Okay. I forgot I don't know what they're called because I wasn't around. But the smaller vinyl, the 45s. I know there's a lot of DJs out there right now who are like, this guy really a DJ? Okay. I wasn't around during that time, so you got to forgive me for forgetting, not knowing. I do know, but just forgetting. Okay, back to the point. So now we are transitioning from monetizing, from streaming to monetizing to what? And that's where we are right now. We don't know how we're going to monetize the music. As artists, most of us don't have the tools or don't have the education or don't have the experience nor the expertise on how to monetize our music, period. So now the industry is telling us, oh, you have to change. And we're like, well, change from what? And a lot of us are like, well, we weren't really getting any money from Spotify. So why are we changing to what? Changing from what? Okay. And so I'm going to be putting out a series of discussions, okay, streams, discussions, radio programs to talk about how to start generating income from your music. Okay. Now I've already put some out already. I've already published some already. Okay. You can tell that they're really good because I use the word published. Okay. I've already published some material already, some content already. So if you want to go back and find out what I've discussed before, you can go to my YouTube channel. Okay. Mad Scientist, MADD Scientist. Okay. And, or just go to my website, Mad Scientist Music. Okay. And you can find all my social media there. Right. But essentially, I've talked about, this subject for the most part, primarily because it's after you make the music, it's the most important thing is how you monetize it. And I'm actually one of those people that's really, really happy at the fact that we have to find new ways to monetize our music. primarily because it gives us the creator of the product more control over the product. It gives us ownership of the product. And whether you're making, $1,000 a month, $100 a month, 10 cents a month, or 10,000 a month, that's up to you and your business, but it should not be up to other people deciding, okay, you're going to only make this much money because either you don't fit into the mold that we would like to see, or we can't control you. So therefore, since we can't control you, we're just going to um, limit how much money you can make. The amount of money you make will now be determined by you, and how much time, energy, effort, and how much really how much hustle you put into learning how to monetize your product, your music, and then actually monetizing it. Okay. And the way that you monetize things, music, is pretty simple. You perform it. Now, how you perform it, may be different, but the music industry has always been the same since the 1800s. Okay. If you can perform and entertain people, you will make money. If you cannot perform and entertain people with your music, then you're not going to make no money. And that's what it all comes down to. Now, how do we get segued from that to advertising? Like, what the heck? I thought we were talking about advertising. You talking about history. Yes. Well, if you know me, I'm going to be talking about history. I mean, it's just history is history, and history books, history, is like the navigational system for our lives. Okay. You got to understand that. If you read history, if you understand history, if you analyze history, you have a perfect navigational system for your entire life. And whatever you want to do in life, you'll be able to achieve it, because you just have to look at the history of it. All right. Let's get into what we're going to talk about, which is advertising. Now, the reason why I'm talking about TikTok today is because we're not going to be talking about all the ways you can advertise. There are a lot of ways that you can advertise. Today, we're going to talk about TikTok, primarily because I have an event. Today is October 18th. I have an event on October 19th. Okay. It's called the Mad Scientist Saturday Brunch and Day Party. Yes, because I DJ. I make music, I produce music, and then I DJ, which means I put my music out when I DJ. Now, so in order for me to get a lot of people there, I have to advertise the event. One of the platforms that I use in order to advertise my events, and by extension, advertising me, my brand, by extension, advertising my music, is through TikTok. So today, what I want to be able to do is go over the process in which I will create some ads. I think I'm creating 3 ads, and then I'm actually going to upload them to TikTok. Now, I'm not going to show you how I advertise, because at the time that I'm recording this, it is 10 o'clock on a Friday night. Okay, it's very important that I have to tell you that if you're listening to me on the radio, you're like, live? No. Okay, this is 10 o'clock p.m. on a Friday night that I'm recording this, that I'm putting this together. The people that I'm going after are the people who are going to wake up on Saturday and say, what to do? Okay. And they're going to be wondering, like, what can I do? And they're going to go to TikTok, and they're going to look for places to go to eat, things to do, ways to have fun for the day. Okay. And so what I want to be able to do is provide them with an ad that says, hey, hey. And if you got me on streaming, you see that I'm waving my hand saying, hey, people, look at me. I have something for you to do. I have somewhere for you to eat, drink, dance, be merry, and I'm the DJ. Okay. So that's what we're going to go through. And we're going to do it within a matter of 30 minutes. What? Generally takes less than 30 minutes, but I have to explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show those who are streaming. It's one of the benefits of having me on streaming, my TikTok page. Okay. And I'm going to turn off the audio because I don't need the audio. All right. That's a lesson I learned the last time. Okay. So if you are having me on streaming, if you have me on streaming, you can see my TikTok page. And you'll see that currently here are my stats. I'm following 266 people. I have 675 followers and 3,450 likes. Okay. Now, I will say that I started pushing this profile about a month ago. So a month ago, I had about 200 followers. I want to say 220 followers. In fact, that is correct. 221 to be exact. Okay. At 221, and I'm able to grow it up to 675. I'm not going to pull out a calculator and do the math, but you know that that's about 474, 454 more. Ooh, did the math in my head. Okay, so 454 within a month that I'm able to increase, right? And how did I do that? Okay, now there's a couple things that I want to discuss what's going on in this on this profile page, and those who are not who are listening to me on the radio, I'm looking at my profile page with all the videos. Okay, and I'm seeing it on my computer. Those who are streaming can clearly see that I have a lot of videos. Okay, I think it's 6 videos going across, and it's different videos. Okay, of my TikTok. Of my Taco Tuesdays event, and also my Saturday brunch events. And also I have videos of myself. Okay. Because I have to show people this is not about going to agaves. This is about me. Okay. And I want people to know who I am and see. So let's talk about the different types of content that I place, because I think that's where people get confused as to, when they're musical artists, what kind of content do I put on, right? And what you'll see is what I am doing, content of what I do. I'm a DJ, I'm a music producer. So I put on in my profile description that I'm a host of a radio show, Power 975.5 LA. I'm a DJ. I'm also an artist, a music producer, and a hip hop scholar. So I let everybody know up front, this is who I am. Now, the point is, I have to show them who I am. I'm telling them in my description who I am, but now I have to show them. And so, what better way to show them that I DJ than to show people at my party? So I have a lot of videos that show people at my parties. Okay. Now, TikTok does not like to show clips of alcohol consumption. They don't. So I have a couple where people are taking shots, have a couple of clips where people are taking shots, and that's why the numbers are so low. Like I have one here where people are taking shots and there's only 42 views. TikTok does not like showing alcohol consumption. They tell you, I tried to advertise it and they say, hey, listen, people are free to choose their lifestyle. We don't want to show it. So what that let me know is not to have a lot of clips where people are taking shots. Okay. Now, you'll also see that I have videos where it's just food. Okay. Now, the just food did better. Okay. One, because I was able to advertise them. So it has larger numbers. I have about 5,900 views on one and 5,800 views on another one. The one I didn't advertise had 284 views, but it was still low. Okay. What TikTok does like to show is people dancing. So the clips where I have people dancing, okay, they have the most views, whether I advertise or not. Now, I've advertised most of them, so I can't show you one where it's like, oh, it was just dancing by itself, and this is how many. But I would tell you that usually if I post a clip where people are dancing, I'll probably get about 1,000 organic views. And then I can just advertise it to add on. Okay. So content is very important. Now, that's the content to please the platform. Then you have to understand what people are looking for, okay, when they come to TikTok. Okay. Usually when people come to TikTok, they're not saying, hey, I want to see people dancing. There are people who do that. Like, hey, I want to see the newest challenge. But majority of the people are saying, hey, what is there to do that's really, really fun? Okay. And so what I've learned is that when I'm showing the content, it's not about just people dancing. It's about showing other things like diversity. Um, are there different kind of people there? Is it all one kind of demographic, or is it a diverse group of people there? And people want to see that. They want to see diversity. So this is something that I'm learning in order to host parties. Okay. And as a DJ, I have very diverse music. So, I have English and Spanish music. So diversity is a good thing for me. So whenever you're creating content, you want to match. You want to know who your customer is, and then you want to match what they're seeing with what they want. Okay, what you provide. Let me go back. I want to stop the screen sharing because I want to make this point. Okay, as an artist, okay, you want to be able to know who your customer is. And I feel that a lot of artists don't know who their customer is. They may know what kind of music they want to put out, but they don't know their customer. And when I say your customer, I don't mean your friend. I don't mean your wife or your girlfriend. I don't mean your mom or your dad or the guys or the girls that you hang out with. I mean, who are the people who consume your product or your music? Who are they? And what is it that they want? So that's the whole point of understanding content, is understanding who your customer is, understanding what it is that they want, and then you being able to show them, I can give this to you. So if I'm so thirsty and I want water, don't show me sand saying, oh, well, if you come get the sand, you'll get the water. Somehow I'll get you the water. No, if I'm thirsty, I want to see water. Water. I want to see it. You got it? I want to see it. Okay. So I want to make sure I really, really make that point that when you are advertising, you have to know your audience and you have to give them what they want. Okay. I know my audience. I can tell you my audience is mostly females who want to host their birthday parties, who live near Long Beach, okay, who like to hear a diversity of music. And most women like to hear diversity of music, okay? I mean, they like to hear majority of what they want to hear, but they don't mind bringing in a little bit more, okay? And that's what I do as a DJ. So I show them exactly what it is they want. Now, I've added a third kind of, not a third, a fourth kind of clip, which is a little bit, like memeish, comedic memeish. And for those who are watching this on streaming, you can see the clip where I don't know where these people are from, but they're dancing. It looks like they're twerking. It's a group of men from another country. Looks like they're twerking. You got one guy playing the piano, but behind the music is "Wipe Me Down." Okay, the music is "Wipe Me Down" by Boosie Badass. Okay, uh, and so it's funny. And then I got another one where there's a grandma. She's on top of a table, and they've got her not twerking but kind of dancing. And I changed the music to "Wipe Me Down." Okay, and then I've got a third clip where I combine both of them, and then at the end I put the flyer for tomorrow's event. Okay. So that's a lot of what I'm going to be doing today is taking clips and then at the end of it putting flyer. But I wanted to see how comedy works. And one of the I made three of these kind of these comedic clips, memeish kind of clips. One I advertised, two I did not. And the two that I did not advertise, one got 349 views, the other one got 196 views. Okay. It's not much as many views as the dancing. The dancing will usually get somewhere between 500 to 1,000 organic views. But it did get a good number. I mean, if another opportunity came for me to do something a little memeish, I would do it again just to kind of break up the monotony of the page. Because right now, if you were to look at my page, the Mad Science, you'd see a lot of just the same thing, which does look good. Trust me, it looks good, but it could get a little monotonous. Okay, and I don't want to do that. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing this. Now, what we're going to actually do is we're going to actually create a couple of and post. I think we're going to create one. I'm going to create one with you because I'm looking at my time, and unfortunately, I have 50 minutes. So, of that 50 minutes, I have about less than 20 minutes to go. So, we're only going to make one. Okay. And the reason why I'm just going to make one, post it today, is because I want to make it and post it. Now, it's 10 o'clock at night. Not too many people are up on a Friday night trying to see what they want to do on for tomorrow. Okay. Most of them either know. The people that I'm going for are the people who are going to be like, hey, what else is there out there? I don't know. It's the last minute people. Okay. It's the last minute. Tomorrow is the last minute. So I got to capture those last minute people. So I'm not going to put it up tonight. Oh, I'm going to put it up tonight, but I'm not going to advertise it tonight. They're not watching. They're last minute people. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post it tonight so that it will get into the algorithm. TikTok gets it. They read the title, they read the tags, and then by tomorrow morning around 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, that's when I'll start shooting up the advertising. Okay. The event starts at 11, so that gives me about 5 hours before. It goes until 4. So I get that will translate to a lot of people who just walk in and say, hey, I seen this. How is it going? Let's go check it out. Okay. And then they come and they they walk in. Okay. We call them walk-ins. All right. So let me go ahead, share screen. I'm going to share this window. Now, I'm going to a program, and it is called Microsoft Chimp or Clip Champ. Okay, it's the Microsoft. It's the Microsoft. It's the native Microsoft program for creating clips. Okay, for creating video and what comes with audio and video, right? But I call it creating clips because that's all I do with it. Okay, and I'm going to create one. So what I want to do is I want people who are going to say, what is there to do? Right. And they're going to say, brunch in Long Beach. And I want them to know that it's happening tomorrow. Okay. Or today at this time, right now. Ooh, let's go right now. And I want to create awareness. Now, the one thing I want to mention about advertising is that advertising is not a aggressive way of creating sales. It is an awareness campaign. It is something that you do to create awareness, to let people know, hey, this is happening, right? But it may not get them to come out. It may just let them know it is happening. And then they may go somewhere else. And then the next time they'll, wow, this place is still going. It's still cracking. Well, we'll go next time. Okay. And then they'll see it again the third time and they'll say, wow, you know what? I need to call my people and let's go out and have a birthday. Seems like everyone's having fun there. Why am I missing out? That's what's called awareness. And that's what advertising does. It creates awareness. So as an artist, you're not trying to get people to buy into you and say, oh yeah, this is exactly who I've been looking for. What you want is for them to know you exist. Very simple. That's what advertising does. It lets people know you exist and you are an option. And that's all you want is for people to know that you are an option. So what you're paying for is eyeballs. What you're paying for is rent in someone's mind. What you're paying for is for them to know that you exist. Okay. And you have to do it so that people will know you exist. If no one knows you exist, then there's no way that you're going to be able to, get them to love your music. I don't care how good your music is. If no one knows about it, then no one knows about it. All right. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off because most people like to see, the first thing you want to see is dancing. And I'm going to use this Dodger clip because guess why? It's the Dodger game. The Dodgers are playing in the National League Championship Series. So I'm going to use just this clip showing this guy. And those who are streaming can see that the guy has on a Dodger jersey and he's him and I don't know who's with them, if that's girlfriend, wife, but they are having a good time. Okay. And I'm just going to use that. And I'm also going to turn off the sound. So there's no sound coming out of here. Okay. So for those who are listening to on the radio, it's a clip. It's like a 4-second clip of two people wearing Dodger uniforms and they love Dodgers. Okay. Perfect. All right. Now, the second thing is I want to show them some food. Okay. But I know food is not that popular, so I'm not going to show a lot. Okay. But I'm going to show just food and then one of drink. Okay. So the total amount of time for this one is what? This starts at 4 seconds. So that's 4 seconds. So there's 4 seconds of food, 4 seconds of drink. Okay, for a total of 12 seconds. And so then I want them to know, hey, we're having this event today. So I got 4 seconds of the flyer. But I know people don't read fast, so I'll put another one. So now I have 8 seconds of the flyer, right? And the clip is a total of 20 seconds. All right. Now it's a little bit longer than typically you want your videos to be about 16 seconds, but I'm taking a little liberty because again, I want people to like know that the event, and I know people don't read fast. Okay. I want them to know the event is tomorrow. I know they don't read fast. All right. There's no sound, so I don't have to worry about sound or anything. What I do have to worry about is the metadata. And I have to look around the camera, those who are streaming or watching me. Okay. So I'm going to put the metadata in. This Saturday brunch and day party at Agave Kitchen in Long Beach. Okay, so I'm going to title it to make sure that the metadata is in. The metadata is very important that you place the metadata on all clips. I know that a lot of times we do these in our phone and you're like, well, it still gets out. But if you want to be effective in getting a lot of views, okay, you want people to know that you exist, you have to become, like experts in metadata. And I have a whole video on metadata and the importance of metadata. You can go to my YouTube channel and get that information. Okay. So now it is creating the video. Those who are watching on streaming can see that it's creating the video. Okay. But even after it creates the video and downloads it to my computer automatically, I always like to save it to my computer because I want to get the metadata correct. And I have all these videos in here. People that are watching me streaming can see how many videos, how many clips I make. For the agave, I'm on number 17. Okay, so I'm going to put 17 here and save it directly to my computer, right? Now, the metadata doesn't stop there, okay? I'm going to stop the screen and I'm going to come here and what's my time? I got 8 minutes. Okay. I'm doing some stuff that's off screen and only because it'll be a lot faster if I do it that way. You guys are like, what? Okay. And then I'm going to video clips and coming here. Boom. Put it into the file. Okay. Liz, I sometimes it can be difficult. There it is. Sometimes it can be difficult, doing simulcast radio because I'm doing things and I have to remember I have to talk as I'm doing it, right? And people who are watching me streaming, they're like, okay, yeah, I see it. Why are you telling me? Okay, so I'm putting the metadata into the title. What I've done is I've actually gone to the actual file and pulled up the metadata information, okay, and put the title into the title, okay. And then I'm also going to contribute artist, mad scientist, okay, and apply that. I'm going to the properties of the MP4 file. Now, once I have that done, then I can go to my TikTok page, share screen. I'm going to go to my TikTok page. I don't want to share the audio. And I'm going to upload. Now you're seeing the upload process. So I'm going to select the video, Agave, go to video clips. We're using number 17, right? Mad Scientist Saturday Brunch and Day Party at Agave Kitchen in Long Beach, number 17. Okay. And so now what you see is my TikTok page uploading the video. It's giving me the Dodger couple as the cover. Love the cover. Now what I'm going to do is I have my title and my tags. And I want to say title and tags are so important. Okay. I have it already saved. And all I have to do is copy and paste the title, which is Mad Scientist Saturday Brunch Day Party at Agave Kitchen, downtown Long Beach, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., October 19, 2024. Okay. Because that's the date. And then I have a bunch of tags, okay, that I have already saved. So all I got to do is copy and paste them. And I have a ton. Those who can see me streaming can see. I have a ton of tags. And I have over 30 tags. And that's another thing. As an artist, you want to know your tags. Then I'm going to put the location. Now, I'm probably going to have to do a video just on tagging, because that right there is a whole discussion that could take forever. But tags are important. Tagging, finding your tags. Then TikTok then says, these are the songs you can use behind that video that you're putting up in advertising. Now, it would be great if I were already a TikTok artist and my music was already pre-approved. I'm in the process of getting it pre-approved. It's not there yet. So I have to use somebody else's music. Who got famous off of that? Tommy Richmond, $1 Million Baby. Okay. I'm going to use it because it kind of works. Okay. And that's how his song blew up, by the way, becoming a TikTok registered artist. Takes about 30 days. I'm still waiting, crossing my fingers. Okay. Because then I will use my music. And when I advertise, instead of me pushing out Tommy Davis, who doesn't even like hip hop, but the music fits, so I still use it, I can use my own music, right? And I will have 5,000, 8,000 people hear my music, right, through advertising. So now that I have that done, post, I hit post, it's posting, and it's happening. Okay, so let's kind of wrap this up because it's going to post. And then after it posts, hold on, look, it's already there. It's posting the video. Okay, so manage post. So now it is there. It's in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have to update the privacy. Make sure the privacy is okay. So to wrap this up, what you saw, what you heard is me advertising on TikTok. Let's go over the benefits again. Number one, it creates awareness of who you are. Now I will have a number of people, whether it's 5,000, 10,000 people, know who I am. They're going to know about my event. Okay. They're going to know that my event exists. Okay. So it creates awareness. Number two, another benefit is that once I become a TikTok artist where I can use my music legally in their ads, then those people will hear my music. Now, how much do I spend on those ads? $25. And in addition to the awareness, it also gives people the opportunity to decide to become a fan, a follower, okay? Someone who wants to see my content, okay? And because I am providing them content that I literally do, that I really do, that I honestly do, and that I know that they want. I want people to come. I am a DJ. I'm not a phony DJ. I'm a real DJ. And I want them to come to my events. Okay. Whether I play Million Dollar Baby there or I play my music, they're there and they're going to hear my music and they're going to know that, oh, that's the artist. I hear his music. It kind of works together. And it cost me $25. Okay. Now, many people may feel like, I wasn't really ready for this. I wasn't thinking I had to do this. This is the new way that we do business. And I'll give you a secret. Most of the time on these events, I'm making close to $1,000. I spent $25 to advertise, and I'm making 1,000 in one day. I think that kind of makes sense, right? Or I could spend time on Spotify, spending 1,000 and making pennies back. That's not the mad scientist method. So anyway, thank you so much for listening. I want to give you guys an opportunity to see in real live time, what it is that I do and why. This is not going to be the only one that we do. So, stay tuned to the station. Continue to follow me on YouTube or Facebook or Twitch, and also you can follow me on Instagram at The Mad Science. That's 2 D's, always 2 D's. Okay. And so you couldn't be able to start to develop a really great business operation so that you are making money from your music, because ultimately that is what we want. All right. Thank you very much for listening. I will definitely see you guys next week. Continue to be a part of this whole program. Make sure you download the iHeartRadio app. Make sure you listen to me every day, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., the Midday Madness Show on Power 97.5 LA. Thank you very much to everybody. Love you. Deuces.